Hello again. We will continue Unit 2, Lesson 2, Part 2. After we have talked about inertia that affecting on movement object, now we will talk about friction force. What is the meaning of friction force? It is a motive force trying to stop movement. Okay, or any moving body. If it is a motive force trying to stop any moving body. Okay, so friction, it is a resistance force between two objects that move, or it is a force between the object that move or the medium touching it. Like what? Medium like what? Like liquid, gases, solids, okay? Liquid like water, or gas like air, solid like ground. So, friction force, when the object moves through air or water, it faces friction or resistance force, which tries to prevent its motion. Now, to prove that there is friction force, place an ice cube and rubber cube on a table and give each one of them a little push. What happens? The ice cube will move easily, but the rubber will be difficult to push. There is a force to stop it from moving. This force called friction and can be defined as the following. Friction forces. There are resistance forces against motion originate between the object in motion and the medium touching it. Now, to show that friction forces slow down the motion of the objects, try to ride a bike and move along a flat road. Then you stop paddling. What do you observe? The speed of the bike will decrease because of friction force between the tires of the bike and the medium surrounded it. What are the mediums surrounded the bike? Like ground and air. The friction force is against the motion. Now, we need brakes to stop cars and bikes. Why? To show the effect of friction brakes, ride a bike and move it. Then use brakes. What happens? The bike stops moving in a very short time. Why? Because the brakes cause a very large friction forces which stop moving the object. Like this picture, you see that brakes increase the friction force between the tire and the brake. So the tire stops moving. Although the friction force is trying to stop any moving bodies, but it has many benefits. Number one, to prevent feet from slipping on roads during walking. Okay? Number two, to help in stopping and starting cars' motion. Number three, it helps in burning match. Friction forces also have many harms. Friction forces always change any mechanical energy into heat. Heat that generated from friction force stretches the parts of the machine and affects on their performance and tear out fast. And this causes erosion of machines' parts and damage them as well. Now, give reason. Modern cars have streamlined shape. 5. To reduce the air resistance, the friction between the air and moving parts. By the way, fish also have streamlined shape to reduce the water resistance, the friction between the water and the body of the fish. So, give reason number 2. Lubricating and oiling the machines. Okay, we need to lubricate and oiling the mechanical machine. Why? To reduce the friction between moving parts of the machines and prevent their erosion and reduce the waste of the fuel. Okay, and this division is very important also. Car tires are covered with a very coarse substance. Coarse substance, that means a very rough substance. Why? To increase friction between tires and the road to help cars in starting motion and stop. There are another kind of forces like forces inside living organisms. These forces enable a living organism to do its biological operations and keep its survival and vitality, such as number 1, heart muscle contraction and relaxation. It helps the heart to pump the blood all over the body organ. Okay, you see the pumping of the heart. It pumps the blood all over the body. Number 2, another biological force, pulse. What is the meaning of pulse? Try to touch and feel your wrist with your finger. You feel bumping, a very small bumping, or put your finger on your neck. You feel a very little bit of bumping. This bumping we call it pulse. The pulse inside the blood vessels helps blood to move from the lower part to the upper part, from the lower part to the heart. Number 3 of biological forces, liquid transport. Liquid transport, we can see this force inside plants. Liquid transport through boards and the walls of the cell from the higher concentration to the lower concentration, okay, to help water to go up from the soil to the plant. The contraction and relaxation of muscles help the body organs to move. Thank you, and we now finish lesson 2. Good luck and study well, please.